gas game. Africa has massive quantities of gas. Still, 92% of proven reserves are locked up in just 4 countries, and as many as 40 countries have yet to discover any gas at all. But the resource map is quickly changing, as new entrants join the gas economy with major discoveries. Today, Mozambique and Tanzania account for almost 2/3 of total contingent resources in sub-Saharan Africa. To commercialize all its newly discovered gas, Africa has to play a lot of catch-up in raising enough capital, putting the right government policies in place, and building the infrastructure to get gas to market. The shortage of infrastructure has been especially damaging, with most gas being unused, or worse, wasted. African producers still flare copious amounts of gas. An estimated $721 billion is needed to develop Africa's gas infrastructure between 2013 and 2035, including pipelines and LNG. Additionally, many countries lack policies that reflect market realities. In Nigeria, the regulated price for gas is lower than the cost to produce it. In 2015, the government increased the price to $2.50 per 1,000 cubic feet. Producers say they need an even higher price to guarantee supplies. Low gas prices have exacerbated these challenges, but this has not stopped the sector from moving forward, and many countries are launching game-changing gas projects, especially in LNG and gas to power. Equatorial Guinea's Fortuna floating LNG and Mozambique's Coral FLNG are slated for FID in 2017, and the Cameroon FLNG project is expected to come online this year. Globally, FLNG capex is expected to total $41.6 billion from 2016 to 2022, as LNG plays an ever-increasing role in meeting the global gas demand. 620 million people live without power in Africa. Abundant gas reserves could be the key to lighting the continent, with the potential to deliver about 400 gigawatts of power. Large gas-to-power plants are now being built, including a 3,100 megawatt LNG to power plant in South Africa, a 1,300 megawatt LNG to power plant in Ghana, and a 450 megawatt plant planned in Nigeria. African countries without discovered natural gas are also jumping on the bandwagon, building LNG import facilities, primarily to use for power generation. Globally, demand for natural gas is set to outpace demand for other fossil fuels, growing by about 2% through 2040. But even with this growth, competition will be fierce as more countries, including more African nations, start producing and exporting their resources.